Hi. Welcome, bud, in my empty can of energy drink.
What is that, a Venom?
Oh, of course, mango. Gotta have the mango every time.
Lovely. I got my cup of coffee right here, piping hot. I actually can't even drink it yet. What do we got there? Pack of Decades?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
How much those cost you? About a fresh pack? Oh.
Yeah. And for later.
Yep. I'm gonna need that. I see the fresh cut too, man. The fresh cut.
The T-bill. Yes, sir. It's time, man. I thinned it out a little bit, so I'm glad.
When'd you get that done?
Friday, right before Halloween.
You weren't gonna tell any of us on the podcast that you were deciding on. I am thoroughly surprised. Wow. Looks great, man. Looks great.
Thanks, man.
The beard still, it's not as trim. It's not as trim as it was last time.
It's a little rugged, man. We got to trim her up.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
You got to trim her up a little bit, pal.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Good, man. Good. You recommend the AirPods?
Yeah, I'd say they're life-changing.
How much? Do you get the Generation 1 or 2?
Well, I have the 2, but I wouldn't say it's worth it, to be honest with you. So,
compared to the first one?
Yeah, they're just the same shit. I mean, I would get and maybe I'm just a spoiled bitch, but I would try to get the Pro if you can, but like just getting these are pretty much life-changing, man. I mean,
is the Pro, is it just more comfortable? Because I know it's got that little silicone. I don't like the silicone though, man.
You don't like that shit? I like how
I actually like just the regular earpods.
Well, these I find that these actually worked better for me than any of their headphones before. So and you almost forget they're on sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I think they're in and they're actually not. So I like how like seamless they make your life. So I would say if you've never owned a pair, man. I mean,
well, it's a lot better than the old.
Well, I mean, we got Christmas coming up, man. I mean,
bro, the old ones hurt, man. You remember those, the little circular ones? The old
those were
iPhone
awful.
ones. Those
awful,
were garbage,
awful.
bro. I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah, we have Christmas coming up, but I guess let's roll, man. What direction we going with today?
Oh yeah. We got to get you to your game.
Oh no,
Brendan's got a Cubs game.
I already missed it. It's all good.
Oh, the kickoff already happened, and the coin flip and all that other shit already.
Maybe I wanted to see the Pledge of Allegiance.
Anyone get knocked out or yeah, so Brendan's got a game to catch, so we're gonna try to make this a little more rapido, but yeah, man. I mean, obviously the fight of the night, and there's no way around it. It's #1 trending on YouTube right now.
Silva Hall.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see that fight, I guess we could. Fuck it. Let's start with that fight.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. I mean, that one. I mean, we can just discuss it. Brendan, I know you were a little heartbroken after seeing that. I didn't catch it on time. I wanted to, but just I didn't honestly I didn't see any links for it, so I didn't catch the fight. But yeah, I mean, what do you think?
It was okay, man. I mean, I told you about Bryce Mitchell fighting. He fought Feely, and then Silva and Hall. Really the only two fights that were really worth mentioning. I mean, Mitchell, it was a good fight, man. He's an up-and-comer. I think he's now 5-0 in the UFC. I think he's only got one loss total by submission. He's a submission specialist. He's got like 9 wins by submission, but showed really good stand-up against Feely, who was doing really well as well. But going to the third round, it was kind of a toss-up, man. Feely took the second one, Mitchell took the first. But I think the third round, Mitchell dominated it. He got him on the ground again. Something crazy like 9 takedowns. So he took that win, and he looked good though, man. He looked like he was throwing some good kicks, throwing some good strikes, quick, moving his head around. So good footwork too. So I think he's gonna be something good. He's at featherweight, so I mean, it's not really a super stacked division. You got Volkanovski and a couple other people, but it'll be good to see some new talent in there. And then Silva, man, it was.
Did you just know from the beginning that? Did you know it was just gonna go like you got a feeling after the first 5 minutes that it was gonna go one way?
Silva?
Yeah. Or was it competitive?
No, that's what's actually even more disappointing is Silva looked good, man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The first round it ended in the fourth round, but the first round was kind of, they were both kind of dancing around. Silva won the first round, but it wasn't dominant. Second round was a little bit closer. I had Hall taking the second round, but again, it wasn't really that much. Silva was kind of bum rushing him, but he wasn't really connecting too much. Third round is when it started to end. Silva came in. I can't remember exactly what the strike was from Hall, but I think Silva kind of was dancing around a little bit, kind of trying to fake him out, throw misdirection, and Hall clipped him and sent Silva down, 10, 15 seconds left. And, you could tell Herb Dean, who was the ref that night, really kind of wanted to stop it. Silva was in trouble, dude. I mean, he was taking shots. Just it looked painful. Just hammer fists.
But wouldn't it have been worse if he stopped it then? You know what I mean? Like some people would say, okay, I don't think that I didn't watch the fight, so I don't really know. But did Silva take a lot of punishment throughout the whole thing, or was it just kind of he was eating some shots?
I mean, that end of the round, it's you just got to be fair, I mean, because when you look at it, the first 10 seconds versus the last 10 seconds, there's a round in between, but and I actually enjoy this about Herb Dean because he's actually made the point before that he doesn't care if there's 5 seconds left or 5 minutes left in the fight. He's going to stop it when he thinks the fighter's in trouble. That being said, though, I do think he should have stopped it in the third round.
Yeah.
Silva was hurt, and dude's 45 fucking years old, dude.
Okay, but here's the thing: he was hurt, but was he eating a lot of shots, or was he just hurt by one particular shot?
Clean. Oh no, they were clean. I mean, so the side and back of the head. He went down and went into a defensive guard. But no, Hall clipped him. But I mean, there just wasn't enough time. I mean, when you're 10 seconds in, when you hear them clapping, the sticks or whatever they do when there's 10 seconds left, boxing does it too. I don't know if it's 10 seconds for boxing as well, but
yeah, it's 10 seconds.
I was even saying to my dad, I'm like, they're not going to stop it. There's just not enough time for Hall to really viciously dominate him. But the reason I said they should have stopped it is because after Silva got up, you could tell the fucking fight was out of him, dude. He got up, stumbled a little bit, went to his corner, and his corner advice is hey, you're still in this, but they weren't. You could just tell it wasn't, hey, go out there and get this win. You got to come out with fire. It was, hey, just go out there.
Yeah.
Just try not to get fucking slaughtered. So.
Well, that sucks, man. That sucks to see. I've seen it a few times,
Well, the fourth round, I mean, really kind of just cemented it, man. He was out of it. He came in for he threw 3 or 4 strikes that were really short chopping strikes that didn't follow through. And then fucking Hall just caught him with an overhand right on top of his head. And ended it. The last thing I'll say about it, what was really cool though, is if you're an MMA fan, it was a pivotal moment. We all pretty much knew that Silva was probably going to lose because he's lost like 8 out of the 9 last fights he's been in. But you know, he's a legend. You know, he had the most dominant title defense in middleweight history. He's got crazy stats. I think he's still the longest active defending title holders of all time as well. But Hall is really complimentary, man. If you get a chance, I know you didn't watch the fight. Don't worry about the fight because the fight was kind of garbage.
Okay, because I will go back. I will go back and watch it if it.
Seeing Hall and Silva, their interaction after the fight, because Hall is literally hugging him and crying, and saying I'm sorry and apologizing and saying you're the reason I'm doing this. And Silva's fucking busted up, bleeding, but he's like, I love you, man. He's like, I'm passing the torch on to you. You know, he did the same thing with Adesanya too. But he's like, keep it going, do this for you, and it was just a fucking great, beautiful moment,
You know what it is, man, and I think this is what like the cultural difference between boxing and UFC, or even just within the MMA community. Like a lot of those disciplines have like they have respect for like their teachers, and they have respect for like their peers and stuff, and respect for like. I don't know, like there's like a philosophy that comes with it. And I think that's kind of lacking with boxing, where boxing is like more about like prize fighting and money and, being seen as like a badass or like the next Floyd Mayweather or something, or,
right.
So you end up kind of like trampling on people, and people kind of end up disliking you. And and then, and if you're not the bad guy, then it's hard to be popular in boxing. But, you can be popular in the MMA community just for being a good guy, and that's cool, man. I like that a lot.
You hit the nail, actually. Good fucking point, man. Wow, that's a really good point, because I mean, you've got guys nowadays like fucking JDS, Junior Dos Santos, that a lot of people just like him because he's just. I mean, he's a good fighter too. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't spectacular. He wasn't, he's not going to be in the GOAT conversation at all. But he was just respected because he was always honorable and humble, and real complimentary of his fights. I mean, to an extent, like John Jones usually calls shit out on every fucking fight, but even him last night, was silent, talking about Silva, great person to do it, it's good, that these fighters are seeing where their mentors, where their inspirations are going to retire, regardless of how many fights they've actually ended up with the last 8-9 times, how many they've actually won. But yeah, man, it's always nice to see that. So, but kind of transitioning to the boxing, like you're saying, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that fight is trending right now. Yeah, you did see it?
I just saw that clip you sent.
The highlight.
The fucking buddy.
Yeah.
What was his name? Delaney or some shit.
Maloney. Yeah, some guy named Maloney.
Buddy, he was not prepared.
Yeah, I mean, and how do you really prepare for like, that's a different kind of style. And I mean, and that being said, Inouye, I had a few people message. Oh, hi there. That's an extra long. Is that an extra long city?
Yes, sir. It is.
Is it really?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I mean, I had some people message me about Inouye. Just he is a monster, man. He's for being that size and for punching like that. I mean, you don't really see it. And I do see some flat. He's not nearly as like aggressive, or like he hits in like a Manny Pacquiao type of way.
Sure.
But like he doesn't have like the same, like, I don't know, maybe it's the footwork, or maybe it's the aggressiveness, or I want to see more of them. That's what I know. So yeah, I enjoyed that fight. And I truthfully, I didn't see the knockout because the Tank Davis fight was on during that fight. And so I tuned into that fight during the third round. And wow, man. I mean, just from then on, it was a show. I mean, and I'm honestly a little disappointed that I missed the first few rounds, because I think those were pretty exciting. But I saw everything I needed to see. I think it was the 6th or 7th round or something like that. It spectacular close of the show by Gervonta Davis. And I mean, potentially knockout of the year, man. I mean, that he reached down into the depths of hell with that left uppercut and shook his brain in such a fast, like the momentum that he shook his brain with, it was just so fast. And those types of knockouts, man, are I think are seriously dangerous, because if that would have been anywhere else in the ring, imagine if that was in the center of the ring, dude, he would have just dropped. He would have just dropped and his head would have, slammed. But luckily his head was kind of like partially cradled by this, like, by the ring post, like padding partially before he hit the ground. So but yeah, man, he was even shook from, that one punch, bro. It put him out for a solid 30 seconds, 10 to a minute, he was.
Yeah, it was insane. Well, that's what's nice too about that is it was fucking vicious, but you're talking about long-term impact. That's actually probably the safest he could have asked for. Getting caught in the chin like that. Because you take some shit, to the back of your head, or, like you said, bouncing off. I mean, his head still definitely fucking hit that canvas, and it definitely fucking hurt. But it slept him, dude. I mean, it oh my god, like
that type of concussion, like it basically, it's just a major concussion, like basically put him out, put his lights out. It's so insane. From here on out, like that is some serious damage. Like once you have a concussion, I don't know if you ever had one. I've had minor concussions, but I've never had a full on one.
I've had a minor.
But once you get seriously injured, the likelihood of you becoming, getting injured again has increased. Is significantly increased. So, that is some damage that was done on that night. But you're right, man. I mean, he didn't take that much punishment. And that being said, that one shot from Davis, man, he was, and that uppercut is vicious. Because he's a southpaw, so that uppercut is vicious, man, and that's at 130 pounds.
Wide open, man.
He hits harder than a lot of dude. He hits harder than a lot of guys at like 180 to damn near. I was watching Usyk, and we're not going to get to cover this today, I don't think, but I was watching Usyk and Chisora yesterday. I was over in the UK. And I thought to myself, damn, like he hits harder than Usyk, and that's at heavyweight. Like literally, like this guy, like Tank Davis hits pretty damn hard, bro. So, he doesn't exactly, and I don't know. He's really popular, I guess. A lot of people really like him. I like him for his exciting, ring performances and such. But apparently he's pretty popular. But I'm looking for more of his. He doesn't quite have a personality, He doesn't really talk that much. So that's the only thing I would say.
He seemed like he was more of a show and prove than a show,
And I like that. That's why Floyd's a promoter,
Right. Well, you wouldn't think with him being the promoter that he would have that complete polar opposite, personality. But he does, man, and it's nice. Yeah, man. He fucking. I don't know why. Well, you said it. You straighten off with him, But fuck, dude, Santa Cruz should have tied up with him, man. I mean, you cannot put yourself on the ropes like that, and then, Jesus.
That was a good point. A good point you made was that he didn't tie up at all. Like he didn't.
No.
I mean, he wanted smoke.
Yeah, I mean, because if he would have, I can't remember. There wasn't that much time left in the 6th round, right? When this happened. A minute left or something.
I don't quite recall. It was magical.
You tie up, you get some rest a little bit, and you let the ref, split you up and give you some distance again.
Yeah.
Did they automatically put you back in the center?
What do you mean?
If they break you?
Oh,
if they
not exactly.
Okay, I didn't know if they put you back in the center. I didn't know if they tied up and he got separated, if he'd still be back on the ropes.
No, they're just there to break you up and wherever you're at. Like,
I got you. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. So, it was a good couple rounds.
Buddy, and I kept asking you this question. You kept ducking my question. Is Tank Davis a pay-per-view star? This is the. You think he is?
Yeah.
You think? 25 what?
Is that how old he is? 25?
I don't know, maybe something like that. 26, maybe.
Undefeated, man. He's a golden boy, man. And you got Mayweather. I mean, that's bleeding money right there. Buddy.
Is he? But can he do? You think he could do like 1 million pay-per-view buys with Teofimo?
I was literally about to ask you. Like, that's got to be the fucking fight to make, though. I think it's too early, though. I think it's a little bit too early to start talking about that.
He don't. Yeah, no, way too early. He doesn't. He and I don't see that fight ever happening, to be honest with you, just because Teofimo is a lot bigger than Tank, and I think Teofimo would rather go up to 140 and pursue other fights.
Teofimo is such a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
He's got to walk around at shit. He's got to walk around, man.
Like 150, 160. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I know he'd be saying in shape, so he probably walks around like 150, 160.
Loma needs to go back down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure he will. But
retire. Fight Kovalev.
Pal, only in your dreams, pal.
You have to jump fucking 4 weight classes.
Someone I did see though, I don't know if you remember that kid Jared Anderson. He was a heavyweight. We saw him like some months ago. He was on ESPN. The real big baby Jared Anderson. I don't know if you remember us talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought on ESPN too on the undercard of Inouye. Another good performance on his part. I enjoyed it. And yeah, man. I mean, I'll let you get to your game. We'll call the podcast, a little early today and let Brennan enjoy his.
Quickie.
Yeah, go for it, man.
We got some. No. I was just saying that's what the podcast was a little quickie.
Oh, what?
Just it's a quick little one that we threw up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a little quick Sunday podcast. Just we got to keep the ball rolling on the podcast.
Yeah.
And
Alex
keep
is gonna tune into the Bears right now. He's gonna catch the game.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk down the street and catch it.
Who are they playing? Pal?
New Orleans, man. Saints.
Oh, they're gonna get smoked.
Oh, probably. I think they just scored though, because I just got a thumbs up emoji from my uncle. So.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
gonna finally smoke the cigarette that I've had in my mouth for the last 30 minutes. So, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys next week.
Make sure you like the video, subscribe, all that good shit, and we'll talk to you. Peace.